Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to another Wheelin' Wednesday installation where we continue to dominate mine, ours, and your Wednesdays for the foreseeable future. I'm going to stumble over words. Full disclosure that no one asked for, not the first video of the day. I've recorded a couple videos today. We tend to kind of clump them together because I need days off too. These guys need days off too. It is Crawlympics. It is the second group of round 2 where we tackle deadline. We continue our process of worst and first. To your left, you have the 2 firsts, and to your left, did I say left? And to your right, you have your 2 worsts. And this is the first instance where the guy in the, come on, Robokitty's over there. Robokitty was outright terrible at Mavericks, not built for that kind of thing, which is ironic at the very least, as the Rift is born a bouncer. And what is a little Ultra 4 there in the background, a little bit of bouncy stuff, not good at it. The outright surprise of the entire thing was Zombie, all the way at frame left, who came in and ran last, the very last vehicle to run, and slid Argentum 1 space down. And Argentum had sat there. It was sat in first place until Jake the Snake knocked him into second, and he ran in he was the first vehicle on the course. So a consistent performer. Argentum is fresh off of about 6 hours of night wheeling at Proline by the Fire, so his tires are as perfectly feathered as a set of J-Concepts tusks can be. We will see here. There are many things to see and learn. We have a solitary set of portals in the fleet. Those are on Argentum. We're running the gamut. We've got 4.3-inch ripsaws on Zombie on F10 straights. Then we've got Robokitty over there on Rift, RB14s on 5.75 tusks. And then we got Buffalo Bill, who Buffalo Bill has a series of disadvantages stacked up against him, first of which is not the fact that he's operated by a one-handed controller, but I would say the primary thing stacked against him is that he is full fendered, full bumpered, and we have some spots that are, let's call them tight squeezes. I think that the 3 to the left are a little better suited to this, and the 1 to the right is not. But, you never know. Will Fella made it 13 meters onto the course, very nearly halfway. And he is fitted with MT1904s on old Buffalo Bill over there, so nobody here in this group has an underperforming tire. It's just going to be width, clearance, etc. I don't know if I need to do the rundown. It's been a while. Like guys like Argentum haven't run here in a competitive function in like 3 months. So if anybody needs a refresher on what's inside who, let me know in the comments of this one, and then we're still adjusting the format for round 2. I can tell you this, it goes Outrunner Fusion, Outrunner Fusion. We'll put it at that. And it goes Ripsaw Tusk, G-Made MT1904. So we're pretty laid out. Oh, Robokitty is also 4S. So if that means anything, Robokitty is also gigantic. It tickles me, at least to some small degree, that Zombie and Robokitty running in the same week. Robokitty and Lil Fella would have been funnier. But this is pretty good. So we're going to line them up. We are going to do just as we did in the week before. As I said, we draw from first and worst. So we have the top of the leaderboard, the next to the top of the leaderboard, and the next to the bottom of the leaderboard. Robokitty is technically in a semi-insertion spot. Randall should be running in that slot, but Randall doesn't live here anymore. He's gone on to a new forever home. I thought about filling that slot, putting in an alternate in the form of Gary Musey or some other build that occurred later. I think we'll run Goldie Rocks. We'll run the Rhino UA1 here, maybe as an exhibition. I don't know if he should be eligible for the competition because he certainly did not exist when we began. So Robokitty is here kind of as an insertion in the week. They should have been running next week. We will see. Gary Musey will probably come in to fill a week where I'll go, oh, we only have 3 guys to run. So he will slide in and fill that slot, which again is unfair to the UA1, but we make up the rules as we go along. So today we will follow that worst and first. I don't want to end the day on a low note. So I think what we will do is we do have the opportunity here. Thank you, Robokitty, for bringing this to us, to run good, bad, good, bad. So we can run top, bottom, top, bottom. So we will do Argentum, who's used to going first, and then we'll run Buffalo Bill, and then we'll run Robokitty, and then we'll run Zombie. And I just realized that that's alphabetical order. All right, after all of that, we're running in alphabetical order. We're going to go A, B, R, Z. We got a little Amazon action, everything from A to Z, and I'll meet you about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will meet you about 8 meters to my left. And here we are, still learning the format for sure. I'm going to be out of breath for pretty much the whole thing because we just have 3 cameras running today. We ejected camera 4 from consideration as we're just leaving it to camera toter. The toter has done a good enough job that now they've given themselves a job. The 2 cameras that are here are about 27 meters apart, so I have to run back and forth to turn one on and one off. So we'll see how we can do. Here's what I'll tell you. Here's what you need to know about your boy, about Argentum, the Zoku Phoenix. I will let you know if and when we get to any point where I feel like things are getting iffy. He's got a stick. He's got stick jam there. I got it out. We're gonna go for an over-the-topper here. You wheel to your. Oh, that's gorgeous. You wheel to your strengths here for sure. Argentum is kind of king stability. I can put more effort into aimless rambling. Argentum, following today's installment, will be getting that which a couple of rigs have gotten, but what traditionally Baseline gets, which is the full-on spa day, as his time at Proline by the Fire has left him a gritty, gritty boy. His gearbox is going to get gone through. That's a pucker moment right there. Not because of him, but because of me. His rear tire should be right down near the pipe and not there. Yeah, he's going to hold it, though. Yeah, a little bit, little throttle pop there. We can just take it nice and easy. We're not going to hit him with what we usually hit rigs with, which is we're going too fast. I'm riding the glee of Wheelin' Wednesday. We do love a Wheelin' Wednesday, as it is now the day of the week where I get a camera person, and it's pretty amazing. Keep that rear end down. Keep that rear end down. Don't you slide on me. Horrible entry. Absolutely dismal on the entry. Oh, dude, are we giving out unofficial awards for... Somebody called it the tree trio, and the only thing I could think when they said it was tree-o. So the name of the obstacle at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Between 8 and 9 is trio, tree-o. And we just kind of, yeah, we'll go this side of the tree. He's got the ground clearance. F10 portals. What's up, lizard friend? Look at, he's a guy. Yep. Oh. Yeah, we know you can do it. You can literally climb the fence. Popping through. This event is not timed. It doesn't matter how long you take. And I think a problem is that the nut behind the wheel has this tendency to instill a non-existent sense of urgency. Uh-oh. Nope, not a problem. This guy will bridge gaps. Okay, we want to hug single tree. You will notice 3 green hashes there. That is halfway. So we're already halfway. Cameraman backing up to get the 3 hashes that I didn't mention earlier. Got to throw some curveballs coming through. We can go faster. From speed come mistakes. So let's not make mistakes. I think Argentum is a full pull guy. Argentum is going to do the Argentum trick, which is hug fence line, get that tire way in the air with 0 loss of stability. The bowls, we will just skip the bowls altogether. We will ride the mesh. A lot of people get stuck down in this little notch here. He's just gonna hop past. How's his approach angle look? He is Argentum, the Zoku Phoenix. He does not care. He's gonna come by. I'm gonna make a small effort not to trip over camera 2. We are gonna see if he can do the proper Argentum hug. That is the first spot on the entire course where I had to basically reverse readjust to get my line correct. If he can keep a tire on the wire right here and not lose his rear end coming across the top, which he did not, he's going to come across here and he's just going to, he's basically going to bypass. And the bypass is a legitimate line that exists for everyone. The thing is, what he does, Argentum's X-Man mutant power is making that look irrationally easy. On the fence line, straight through to the end. Is that a full pull? That is a full pull. Because Argentum, much as how Daphne has all of her own lines here, Argentum makes his own lines. He doesn't let the course tell him where to go. He goes where he goes. And maybe I'll be wrong. I'm wrong a lot. It's fine. Buffalo Bill is going to make an effort to make the Buffalo Bill line, which is, can he get straight over here so that he doesn't have to get out on that edge? Yes! This is the ability. This is the strength and the ability. Do-do-ba-doo. But can you clear? Can you clear through? I'll tell you this right now. Oh, bumper. Oh. Oh. Approach and departure. It's not about the controller. It's about the approach and departure. Yeah, hug it. Hug it. And are you a fan of pirate ship noises? Then you've come to the right place. Now, Bill, that's going to be tough for you because you have the opportunity to belly up and fall in. Billiam! Billiam, no! Okay, hold on. Wait. No, he's got it. He's got it. Oh. Bill is. I think his antenna is caught in the netting. This is a trail truck. I was truly surprised at what the just addition of the portals that they did on the Spider. Underneath, the Spider and Bill, the G-Made Buffalo, are more the same than they are different. The increased width of the portal and the change in link length to go to that much longer length really helped the G-Made. Bill, as he sits with the body, with all of the things, this is a trail truck. Those trails are pretty heavy, so there's a good chance it'll hold him on. There's a fair chance that they will hold him on. All right. Now, does he have the break? Does he have the approach? Oh. 1904 is doing the stuff. 1904 is fitted with Canyon mediums. Oh. Yeah, there are parts here already where I'm like, he's going to fall. And then he doesn't. Good on you, Bill. Coming through. All right. The trio. The 1904s. Oh, the mirror. Okay, mirrors through. Full fender. Okay, full fender's definitely assisting at the trio. All right, coming up, coming up. Bill is already, Bill's doing it. Bill's doing it. He's doing it noisily. Uh-oh. Oh, this could potentially be problematic. Use your powers. Okay, can't get down into that bottom stuff. Uh-oh. And yeah, I mean, I'll agree. There are people that will say it. That slider. There are people who will say it, and I agree. There's something just kind of impressive about making it through built like this. No, 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 no. He's still on. Oh, I don't think anybody's going to beat that. Catch of the day. He also just crossed meter 15. Is Bill going to do this? Is Bill going to do this? It is not elegant. It is, my goodness, does this guy work? I will say, if it looks like I'm punching at it with more speed, I am. Because the single-handed controller, I've got to give it way more. I don't have the fidelity in my fingers. All right, going Argentum line. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh. I notice Bill's front wheels are not moving. I can't. He thinks he can get another meter. He has broken a. I'm going to assume drive shaft. I think we've either popped one apart or snapped a drive shaft, because we are definitely in two-wheel drive, and that counts as a thing. So we're gonna drop him down onto the ground near that mark. That's where Bill made it. Let me see if I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 meters from the end. Looks like Bill got 21 of 28 meters, 29 meters, and I'm pretty sure we're short one drive shaft. So, deadline do what deadline do. Claimed its second victim in 2 weeks. It is right where the universal joint goes into the drive shaft. The pin, it's an easy fix. The pin that goes through there is now 3 pieces. But, and now for something absolutely completely different. The problems Robokitty is going to have is Robokitty is very large, and not portaled at the same time. So this course is very tight. Honestly and factually, there's every bit of chance of Robokitty breaking as easily as Bill did. I have to use four-wheel steer, and four-wheel steer gets me into trouble. I'll just come out and say it. It was easier with Bill. This is rough. She's real big. If you'll notice, there is probably going to be a reduction in banter, as I don't have enough brain to do this. Now, okay. That's not off. Okay, there are 0 stability issues. It feels as if we've been painted on to the surface of the rock. No, I need to go that way. That way. Bring it up. I think Robokitty might be approaching half the width of the run. So, this is going to be tough. This is one of the toughest runs I've had to maneuver yet. I mean, of, 6. Ooh. Okay, a little more four-wheel steering. Oh, it's so much push. It's so much push. Get Tusky. Get them tusks grabbing. Okay. So Bill had it. I don't know if that was a bigger save. I feel like it might have been. Okay, front end's through. Oh, 60 kg. Oh, no. Get through like that. These tires can and will overwhelm even twin 60s. Now we get into her house. Robokitty is not phased. She cannot execute the fence line run as easy as the other boys because, oh no, oh no. Ordinarily, now I am no expert at four-wheel steer. As a matter of fact, I'm not even very good at it. Oh no, 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 no. I've said this openly in the past that four-wheel steer gets me into more... Dang, old squirrel almost just ran onto the course until it saw me. Four-wheel steer gets me into more trouble than it gets me out of, and this is no exception. There really is no good point to get back on the course over here. Okay. All right. Art of mental focus. Do I think that she's got... Okay, we just got to come in real high so that we're not sliding down. We don't want the slide down. Make sure, straighten that rear axle out. What I was going to say earlier is four-wheel steer, generally, you are using it and then returning to center. Like you position and then you return to center. Out here, because there's not enough course for how much Robokitty there is, I'm in four-wheel steer most of the time. So she's got to fall. So currently, that would be tied with Wolverine. I think I just had a thought. Did I have a thought? I think I might have. It's going to get difficult at a point to determine, like, who won this. Because we could go back and just look through the edit and see who did it on time. But we're not forcing people to dash. This isn't a track meet. This is a marathon. Getting through Crawlympics alive. And so far, Robokitty has not made it farther than Buffalo Bill, the G-Made trail truck. She is falling into the bowls, and she's so wide and doesn't have the axle clearance. I can't get through it. Okay, try bridging it over this way. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. She's real big in the middle. This is not skid forward. She does not have any of those advantages. She needs to be using her width more to her advantage. I have felt myself use reverse with Robokitty more than with anyone else. Her wheelbase is also extraordinarily long. So stability, yes. Ability to break over, not so good. Approach and departure, fantastic. I don't think she can hang this. But what we can try to do is see if she can hold on to the top. Yeah, see? Argentum make look very easy. What she is really wide, though. And that real width will help. I want that right there. Do I? Yes, I do. Then we want to crab. Go back. Okay, through there. She got down in a spot where no one's gone yet. Think in four-wheel steer so that you may stop thinking in four-wheel steer, set your controller down, and drive someone who operates very differently from this. There we go. She's hauling a mess with her. And up the guy wire, down off the fence, Robokitty. Full pull, one fall, tied with Wolverine. Yeah, we're gonna have to have like, what are we gonna need? Like a runoff, like a championship series. We're gonna need something at the end of this to pick a real winner. So we began with the A, we finished with the Z. The biggest surprise, at least for me, I don't know about anybody else, but the biggest surprise at Mavericks was the zombie. And already, man. Here's what's crazy. Let's just take an eye and watch zombie do work. Here's the thing. Everybody, to a person, I have to imagine everyone has seen a zombie movie. Whatever type of zombie movie you might have seen. You might think, watching those, how do those zombies get people? Like go to the top of a building or don't do stupid things. Zombie here comes out and absolutely surprises. Uh-oh. This is driver 100% because it's not a complaint. This is a statement. I challenge anyone who might be sitting there thinking, these would all do better if that guy was better. Come out here and we'll take this exact 4. Drive this exact 4 all in one take. Back to back to back to back. They are so different. Oh my goodness. There are instances where vehicles appear very similar but drive very differently. This is a situation where not only do they appear different, they drive very differently. Argentum was far and away the easiest. Zombie punches so far above its own weight in terms of capability. I've mentioned this in other episodes, and I'll mention it again here now. R35 is the most inscrutable tire compound ever made because the Ripsaw absolutely does it. And other R35 tires do not do it. It's also 4.3 inches tall. So a hair above a class 1. I don't want to talk in absolutes this early on, but I cannot foresee another class 1 fitted rig. And we'll classify this as a class 1, even though that 1/10 of an inch, that 2.5, 3 millimeters, is fairly substantial. It's the same as the difference between a 465 and a 475. And sometimes going from a 475 to a 465 or vice versa does indeed make all the difference. So we will, for the purposes of this, we will consider this tire, the Ripsaw, in the same class as the class 1s in the fleet. The 4.3 Ripsaw it's something else. Truly its own category. All the trouble I've gotten into so far has been trouble that I've gotten into. Zombie didn't get itself into trouble. This is the second most capable on the day. I mean, just in terms of how much mind force do I have to dedicate? Look at that flex on there. How much mind force do I have to dedicate to running this guy down the course? Thank you, Bill, for that. Uh-oh. There we go. Again, that was me overloading. Has anyone, keep track, watch your Wednesdays. Will anyone from this point forward self-rescue the way Zombie does? Zombie is going to use... I don't think they can push that line over there. No, you know what? We got to straighten it out. I have this thing. It's instilled in me now because we've been using the same, basically, competitive rules in all of the events here, which is reverses are penalties. So in this event, where a reverse is not a penalty, I still don't back up. I need to mindset. Set the mind to what we're doing. I need to get right there. This guy, skinny. Get that tire over. Uh-oh. Zombie has entered two-wheel drive. And he did indeed manage to get past the marker at the bottom of the final tree here. He does not have the gumption and the gusto to get up and over. In fact, he's just digging himself deeper and deeper. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters from the end. Zombie makes it to a 24. That time, unlike Bill, I didn't hear anything snap that time. We just were suddenly two-wheel drive. Deadline earns its name yet again. So we did reasonably well, and do your very best during this outro to ignore the fact that it looks like Zombie is wearing some kind of clown hat. I didn't notice the positioning of the frame until it was too late. We had 2 full pulls. One of them was arduous. One of them was very easy. Zombie could have full pulled. He got a tire bound up, and it pulled his axle down so far that his drive shaft basically fell apart. He has to run a very, very short front drive shaft, and it only has about 17 or 18 millimeters of insertion in the center section of it, and it fell apart. So he will get a looking through and see if we can't find a drive shaft that's better suited. It's a very short drive shaft, but you never know. We might be able to find something. Buffalo Bill is broke. Easily fixed though. They use a CVD end that has a set screw, and the pin that goes through the CVD broke into 3 pieces. So his front axle just spins freely and the drive shaft just sits there. So it wasn't any of the plastics, it was the pin. Pins fail. Argentum was unquestionably, without parallel, the best of the 4 today. So far ahead. So while Robokitty did a full pull, and that's basically a guarantee of making it into the next round, making it to round 3 at Green Line, Robokitty is not going to do well at Green Line. Green Line, they get more difficult. Green Line is not a more difficult course than Deadline. It is going to result in far fewer breakages, I think. That might be a hubristic thing to say. But Robokitty is large, and the gates don't change. The gates are physically pinned to the ground. So Robokitty's score at Deadline might be really bad. If we're going to Zoltan and we're going to prognosticate, Robokitty doesn't make round 4. They're going to get eliminated. I think there's going to be enough vehicles that do better than over at... there's a good chance Buffalo Bill makes it. This is something that neither I nor, and I'm making an assumption here, an assumption of generalities, that neither I nor other people might have thought of, which is a vehicle might be capable of making it all the way. Zombie was, I think, capable of making it all the way, and Deadline broke them. So we've run 8 rigs, and 3 have broken before they made it to the end. That is a 37.5% breakage rate. Oh, Deadline gon' get expensive. I just had another thought, and I'll let you, loyal few who make it to the end, in on it. So we are undoubtedly going to have a number of rigs that full pull with no falls, like Argentum, like Jake the Snake, and we're undoubtedly going to have a group of that have full pulls with 1 fall. I'm going to go on record. Full pull, no falls, that's pretty much guaranteed in the next round. Full pull, 1 fall, we're going to have quite a few of those. So while it won't really mean anything huge, but just because we like minutia around here, we love it. I think what we might have is a runoff where we will pick the group, we will take the guys that did full pull, no falls, full pull, 1 falls, and we'll run them and yell, which is Deadline backwards, and we'll see how they fare deadline backwards, and we'll see if the numbers shake out the same. Provided there's interest, provided we have enough time before we move into round 3. Round 3 will be full traditional canyon scoring at green line. So that one, there will be no questions. It won't be just like, oh, this guy full pulled, but it looked like he did it easier. It is 9 gates. It is 10 for a rollover. It is 7 points for a gate strike. It is 2 points for a reverse. The best possible score you can pull at green line is 0. But that is, I don't know, November, December. That's a good ways away from where we are right now. Or follow me here. No, we can't. We'd have to get to at least halfway. We have to have the guaranteed field for green line. I was saying we could overlap. We could start intermixing. I think it'll confuse anybody, everybody, all of bodies. I don't know. I'm just glad you were here today. I'm glad we were here today. 2 breaks that are easily correctable are the best kind. When you flip the rig over and your front axle housing isn't cracked in half, or you haven't broken the output shaft off of the gearbox, you're like, okay, this if we're gonna brake, this is the way to do it. Argentum and Jakey Boy, unsurprisingly, right there. Who are the 2 that have done it the best? Them. It's not surprising. We will see next week if someone joins them. We're going to have some real interesting weeks. Guys like Yella finished down near the bottom, so we're definitely going to get to see some top finishers up against some, air quotes around it, bottom finishers. Although it is starting to look like, is the Rift too big to be a crawler? Is the Rift too big to be a crawler here? The Rift is close to SCX6 size, really, minus a body. So that course would probably beat your SCX6 up a little bit. You'd get something bound up and pour that giant Coke can motor power through it and pop some stuff apart. So 1 break last week, 2 breaks this week. Let's see how many break next week. Easy to fix. We'll get these guys put back together. Though that said, Junkbot is still sitting on his block broken. We're going to try not to leave the rest of them broken. I just figured that 6 meters is pretty much a guarantee of deletion from the competition. He won't be in round 3. So 2 full pulls, 1 with 1 fall. Yes, 1 with 1 fall. I can't remember. It was like a 20. They were both around 24. I don't know. It'll be up. It would have already been up on the little breakdown chart so that we can get them up on the spreadsheet. We'll see you next week for the next one, and in between for all the stuff that we do in between. Thank you so much for joining us. Look forward to seeing you next time. In between now and then, please, one and all, do your very best. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you again here from the canyon. It's a beautiful morning, and in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, it's going to be 105 degrees. I'm glad you're not out here for that, because I won't be out here for that either. I will see you next time, though.